Hello. For those who weren't here yesterday, I'll go really quickly what we discussed yesterday. Essentially, if you've seen the news lately, you're seeing a lot of information about cutting edge AI. But this is a story about what is happening really only at the cutting edge. Because the truth is, most of the world is not able to utilize AI right now because they haven't finished their digital transformation. They still run legacy technology, and there's the question of sovereignty that is really bothering them. We believe that in order to solve this problem, we would have to create a product that has the shape of the problem itself. So we build what we call industrial solver models. These are models that can understand the real world. From there, they can generate designs that a construction company can build for data centers, factories, or even a new airport terminal. And if you already have an up and running facility, you can plug in all of your IoT, all of your SCADA to reveal hidden intelligence you've had all along. These technologies are already being used underground in factories in Arizona from Foxconn, airports here in Singapore with Changi Airport, and so on and so forth. We build this for the edge, but we scale it in the cloud thanks to the technologies provided by partners like AWS. We have almost $1 million of annual recurring, over 250,000 inference cycle on the edge, which is extremely significant for industrial use case. We scale through system integrators, and we sell through pilot to conversion, and we're able to convert 40% of all of our pilots. We target a market at the intersection of CAD software, automation, IoT, and there's a dual use in the defense sector as well. We have a team with very deep execution experience, and we were able to arrive at this stage thanks to everyone's contributions. We're about to open our seed round for $5 million. After yesterday's pitch, 10% of this is already allocated. Yesterday, after pitching, the judge had some questions about the use case of the technology at Changi Airport. Although some of the information is restricted, I can tell you a fascinating story that is centered around extracting value from hardware you've already invested in the past. So the goal was to use security cameras that they have all around the runway to detect potential dangerous obstacles that could have an effect or an impact on safety. So traditionally, you need to buy new hardware to do this, but thanks to our technology, they were able to achieve, they were able to have manual verification by 50% and increase the accuracy of anomalies detection on those runways by over 98%. This is fundamentally a story about how do you use the cutting edge in an environment that uses technologies that are not fundamentally compatible in these sectors. They were our very first customers, and today, as you may know, there's a new terminal in construction. I would love to tell you more, but maybe next year. A second judge had another question about what are the kinds of sensors that are required to use this technology. So there are two use cases. The first one is someone who only has an idea. I need to build a new data center in Malaysia, in Japan, or in Singapore. Just with the restrictions that they have for the building certifications, we're able to generate a BIM file that the construction company will know exactly what to do. This is a fundamental breakthrough that we will announce formally next month. But in environments where you already have existing systems, we support technologies that are widely used today, but Microsoft maybe stopped supporting them 90 years ago. We're talking about OPC, Modbus, and various protocols in the CCTV industry as well.
Two questions. Let me start first by, do you need to custom build these AI models for every customer, or is there repeatability on this? Like, for example, you get the example of Changi, obstacle detection, which you obviously had to build since it was your first customer. But how much can be reused for different implementations with different customers?
All right. So this is a perfect answer, a perfect question. Essentially, we sell the foundational model. So a stock model that we're able to deliver to airports, factories, data centers, and other types of critical infrastructure is trained purely on industrial data. But what we were able to do with your company specifically is that the models run on the edge. And these types of customers have a wide range of wealth coming from all of their sensors. All the inputs that their team members put by using our technology can be done to retrain a better version that is only for them. So the retrained model on the EC2 instances are the intellectual property of that particular customer. So since we scaled through system integrators, we can make an abstraction of all of these custom use cases, because the refined model that they will keep improving is made by all of their contribution. It has the shape of their business.
Okay, so you mentioned that I think it's 40% of pilots convert to customers. Is that right?
Yeah.
Tell us about the other 60%. What are they doing?
So the thing is, there are some certain scenarios that we've encountered, particularly in Japan. So there are some situations where we can run the pilot, but it might have the perception that this is too cutting edge, or their culture, their internal company culture would be difficult for them to implement. So we focus on those 40% because typically they have an immediate use case. They have a budget that they can allocate for multi-year contracts. And just to go back to the 60%, there's also the system integrator part, where our technology typically is sold after they buy a building management system. And there are certain cost considerations involved with that as well.
I'd like to ask, what does implementation of your solution look like, and how long does it take, as well as the sales cycle in the front as well?
Okay, I'll tell you my favorite story, which is the Changi Airport story. I arrived in Singapore one morning at 5 a.m. and I was at Terminal 2, I think. There's a McDonald's there. And I was sitting, ordered my breakfast, and I only had the fire emergency exit floor plan to showcase the demo and illustrate the value proposition in real time. So I created the demo at the McDonald's. I went with the integrator to pitch it to Changi Airport. We did the pilot for 30 days, and they're still our customers today. In terms of the sales cycle, from the moment where we engage a new customer or when there's a new opportunity, you can look at anything between 6 weeks, if you're really lucky, to 12 weeks if it's a more complex implementation. The thing is, anything after 12 weeks, we don't typically pursue because these are projects or opportunities that we would be able to capitalize on years in the future. This is an amazing journey, and I wouldn't have been able to make it this far without my team and particularly my wife.